Okay, so we are going to be doing a class, intermediate mat, about rhythms and or flow, really, depending on which name you want to give it, rhythm and flow. They kind of go together. But before we begin, we'll do a little warm up to make sure the back is warmed up. And also, I might do a few extra reps in order to feel the difference between some of the rhythms. So if you need to rest your head, if you need to take a break in between, whatever, feel free to just pick back up. Make sure your back stays flat. If you need to use a pillow, use a pillow. All the things that you know to protect your back as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin sitting. And let's just start with a little good morning to make sure the low back is nice and warmed up. So knees are bent and feet are flat on the ground. And let's just pretend it's early. Our backs aren't warm at all, no matter where you are in the time of day. And so just begin really small, rolling the pelvis, letting the arms really help. We're not using the abs yet. Just kind of pumping your spine and feeling where any tightness is or tension. So if you've ever been on the Cadillac and done rollback bar, it's kind of that same idea of holding onto that bar and rolling back and letting the spring support us in order to massage the spine. Let's go and take the hands now more underneath the thighs, really keeping the feet planted in the ground. Good. Exhale all year out. Let's do 5 more. You really should feel your arms working. Exhale. Two more. And 1 more. Good. And now let yourself roll all the way so you're laying down. Good. All right. So now we're lying down flat. Legs come together. Feet still flat on the ground. And for right now, to let your chest stretch, just open out your arms to the side, palms to the ceiling. And let's just warm up the inner thighs and the connection of the legs now to the stomach. So before we begin, feel your back flat. Let your pelvis rock a few times under and back and forth. Not necessarily arching your back, but just kind of feel your pelvis move. And then try to find that flat spot. And then take a nice big breath into the ribs and lungs. Let it exhale. And let that melt into the ground. Take another breath into the lungs. And exhale, let that melt in the ground. So hopefully now you feel your back flat, your spine long, and the abs are engaged. They're working. We're not crunching. The head is not up, so it's not an intense abdominal, but you're just feeling everything back flat. Then you have the feet on the ground and your legs are slightly pulling to the seat and the hips are reaching to the feet. So now you're feeling the back of the legs engage and the inner thighs connect. And from here, you're going to take your right leg, palms to the ceiling, bend the right leg to 90 degrees. Now, nice and easy, just stretch out and bend in. Smooth out, smooth in. If you've been on the reformer before, it's like you're going to stretch out on the reformer and pull in on the reformer. Or if you've been on the Cadillac and you're pushing out on the spring and resisting the spring. Stretch it out, bend it in. Now 5 quick. Out, in, 3, in, 2, in, hold it out. Good. Slowly down. Slowly up. Go at your range of motion. If you can get all the way to the ankle and not touch the ground, that's where we're trying to get to. If the back arches, keep it wherever you can keep your back flat. Down. And now we're going to go a little more rhythm and lengthen down, scoop it up, down, scoop it up, down, scoop it up, down, scoop it up. 1 more, scoop it up, bring the leg down and change sides. So you can feel, go slow first, stretching out, resist in. So we find those rhythms or flow to challenge the powerhouse and the control, the concentration, and the centering, right? All those elements that make it Pilates. And now we go a little quicker for 5. Stretch, in. You got to pull with that right leg whole time so everything can stay stable to move freely from the hip. Out, come in, one more, hold it out. Slowly down and scoop it up. You could think you're pressing down on a magic circle, and then you scoop the leg up and press down. You push into that right leg and you suddenly pull with the right hamstring. Always double check the hips. And we go a little quicker now. Lengthen down, scoop it up. Down, scoop it up. Breathe in, exhale out. Inhale, exhale, one more. And bend the leg in. We're thinking more about the rhythm right now, so I'm not going to worry too much about the breath, but breathing does affect the rhythm and affects how we engage the abdomen and the transverse abdominals and the diaphragm. So I'll cue it, but don't focus on it too much at this moment, but they do enhance one another, the breathing and the flow. And sometimes breath will be more important than the rhythm, but there's always a relationship there for sure. Cool. So sorry to get a little off track there for a minute. Go ahead and bend one knee at a time into the chest. Give them a nice hug. Keep the back flat. Let the knees just rock side to side. Make sure you release the lower back a little bit. Cool. Now, let's just warm up those upper abs. So keep the knees bent at 90 degrees. Squeeze in the legs nice and tight. Lace the fingers behind the head. If for any reason you want to keep your feet on the ground to protect your lower back, that's absolutely fine. Take a nice breath. Exhale that out. Bring that chin to the chest. The elbows can pull forward and just hold there. Feeling those upper abs work. Let the arms support the back and the neck and feel more of a stretch of the neck first. And then roll back down. Once again, look down with those eyes. Breathe in. Exhale. Squeeze the legs and bring that chin to the chest. Belly button in. Shoulders are curling up, but the shoulder blades are staying anchored to the ground. And roll back down. Good. Give the knees a hug for a moment. Good. Now, we're going to do your 100. We're going to start with our normal traditional breathing of in for 5 counts and out for 5 counts. But then we're going to play with the breath. We're going to extend the inhale and shorten the exhale. And I'll just count it out, and we're going to go with it. We're going to not think about it too much. Again, if you need to rest the neck at all, that's absolutely fine. So first, take the legs to 90 degrees. Hands behind the head to bring the chin to the chest. And now from here, let those arms extend out. Pardon, you can lift your legs a little more if you like. You can straighten them if you want. Pump those arms. Breathe in. Exhale out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In the nose. Exhale out the nose if you can. 2. I'm counting, so I can't. Keep going. Breathe in the nose. Exhale out. 2, 3, 4, 5. One more like this. Arms pumping. Exhale out. We're going to breathe in for 6 counts. Ready? Go. Inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 3, 2, 1. In for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 1, 2. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale. Bend the knees in and rest your head. Circle the knees, massage out the lower back. If you need to turn the head side to side at all, please do. So you can also reverse that breathing, by the way. You can do a shorter inhale and a longer exhale. It really depends. Maybe if you're a swimmer and you want to work your inhale and expanding the lungs, then you can play with that totally. Or it's really nice, like if you can't get outside in the wintertime and you want to play with your lungs and breathing a little bit, it's an extra little thing you can do. Going into the roll-up. So if you need to bend your knees to protect the lower back, if you need to use your arms, please do. But I'm going to go ahead and cue it from straight legs, arms to the ceiling. So we inhale as we come up, chin to the chest, and we scoop and we roll up and we stretch over. And then we scoop, roll back, and stretch the arms over the head if you want. Sorry, I don't have the space. And you're going to go again. Arms to the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale, stretch over. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, reach. Now, going a little quicker. So only inhale up, only exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Again, breathe in the nose. Exhale out the nose. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And rest. Go ahead and give the right knee a hug as we go into the leg circle. So remember, rolling up, yes, it's an ab work, but the goal of it is to articulate your spine and massage the back and internal organs. So if we don't move, we miss an element of what the exercise is for, the massage part of it, right? If it gets stuck. So that being said, single leg circle, leg to the ceiling, arms down by your side. Let's do two versions. First, let's go slow. Bring it across. Bring it down. Scoop out and up. Reach it across. Bring it down. Scoop out and up. And so you feel the challenge is more when you go out because it's a little slower, hold at the top, and you're getting further away from the body. Now go a little quicker, so you have to have more control. Reach it across, down, around, up, and hold. Reach across, down, around, and up, and hold. One more. Let's try the other way. Go smooth, down, across, up, and hold. Reach out just a little, down, and really cross up and hold. So there's not a whip to it, but there's a scoop. That would go quick. Reach, down, across, up, and hold. Reach, down, across, and no shake. Reach, down, around, and no jiggle. And you can take the leg straight down or bend the knee and bring it down. Now, going quicker might make you feel the thigh and the hamstring, or sorry, the quad and maybe a little bit of the hip a little bit more. Slide the other leg in, give it a hug. But if you're keeping the rhythm and you're keeping the flow, then when we go into the next exercise, it should release any tension that it might create. And sometimes when we go slow, we don't get that release, right? So we have going across, down, around, and up, and hold. Inhale. Exhale to come up. Once more. And now we go quick. Across, down, around, and hold. Across, down, around, and hold. Let's just do one more. I know I'm doing 6 and not 5. Reverse smooth and scoop it up. And smooth and scoop it up. And smooth and scoop it up. And a little quicker. Reach out, down, across, hold. Inhale. Find that picture at the top. Inhale and find that picture and take the leg down. Good. From here, carefully roll up. If you have the space, you just bring your knees into the chest. If you need to move a little forward, we're going to roll like a ball. Find that balance. So here's a fun one for rhythms because you can play with the balance. So we're going to roll back and roll up and find the balance. Ready? Go. Breathe in, breathe out, and hold. Again, breathe in, breathe out, and hold. Now, can you challenge yourself? Can you roll back and balance for 3 counts and come up? Ready? Roll back and try to hold for 3, 2, 1, and come up. Try that again, and we go. Inhale and hold for 3, 2, 1, and up. One more. And up. And rest. So, I'm not always the best example, but the breath there is going to really help because when you inhale and you go upside down, the diaphragm is going to expand. It's going to help you hold the balance. And then when you exhale, the diaphragm deflate. When you hold back, the lungs expand, the diaphragm contracts, and you find the balance. And when you come up, the diaphragm expands and the lungs contract. So you want to use that breathing. And then again, we're massaging the internal organs. And then for those of you that have done open leg rocker or the seal, now you're getting ready for that. And you're getting ready for all the over the head exercises that anything that goes over the head is going to have a rhythm to it or you're going to be stuck there all day, right? So now from here, you can move back to the middle of your mat. We're going to go into the stomach series. I'm going to cue the rhythms a little different. At any point you need to rest your neck, please do. Otherwise, I'm going to try not to stop and we're just going to go. So starting with your single bent leg, you bring the right knee in, you're going to come down nice and smooth and we pull in for 1, 2, 2, 3. So nice and even, right? But now let's play. You can pull in and hold. Pull into hold. Pull in and hold. Pull in and hold. Use the breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. breathe out. Double A, nice and traditional. Reach out, exhale to reach in. Good, reach out, exhale to come in. One more like that. Now to challenge it, we inhale and we hold the breath. Only the arms come around. You exhale, the knees come in. Inhale, reach out and hold. Only the arms around. Exhale to come in, make it a little harder. Inhale, reach out, hold. Arms to the side. Arms reach for the knees. Now exhale, pull in. Again, inhale, reach up. Arms to the side. Arms over the knees. Exhale, pull in. One more. Inhale, reach out. Arms to the side. Arms over the knees. Exhale, pull in. Rest your head for a second. Let your shoulders roll out for a moment and turn your head side to side. Cool. So obviously, not only are you challenging your rhythm, your breathing, your lungs, your abs, all the good things. Now we go to single straight leg. Again, protect your neck. Right leg's going to go up, left leg's going to go a little lower, chin to the chest. Top leg, we're going to give it 2 little pulls. Pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull, smooth. Pull, pull, smooth. Make sure it's a stretch, stretch, and not a bounce, bounce. And we go stretch, 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 stretch. Now we make it a little challenging by just single, 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 single. Pull, 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 pull. Good. Bend both knees in. Double straight leg. We're going to play with the rhythm a little bit. If you want to take your hands underneath the hips, you can. Otherwise, hands behind the head and legs to the ceiling. And chin comes to the chest. We go down traditional 3 counts. Down, 2, 3. We exhale, bring it up. For those of you, you can also soften the knees a little if you need to protect the low back, but your abs are strong enough to hold your legs. That's just if you have a tight low back or hamstrings. Down, 2, 3. Now we go down for 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Scoop it up for 1. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we go for 7. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up and bending in. You can play with that as much as you want. You want to be mean to yourself and take 32 counts to go down and come up? You can totally do that. I had an instructor that used to do that sometimes just to I think she just had fun to play, to tease us. So you can change that rhythm as much as you want. Cool? From here, we're going to sit right up for spine stretch forward. Spine stretch forward, massage the back. Let's breathe and move. Inhale. Chin to the chest, exhale, round over. Inhale, roll up. Exhale at the top. Again, breathe in. Chin to the chest, exhale, round over. Inhale, roll up. Exhale at the top. One more. I don't know. I've never had another teacher ever really teach me. Go ahead and take nice 3 arm circles. A different rhythm for spine stretch forward. Not to say you couldn't go slower if you wanted to, but again, it's really one of those exercises meant to move in order to get a stretch. It's not meant about being stagnant and sitting there, right? We want to move with it. Cool. So because we're talking about rhythms, and I'm just checking the time for us, our time frame. Oh, good. We got plenty of time. We're going to go a little open leg rocker. I don't always teach open leg rocker just because I never really know where people's backs are feeling. So you have 2 options. You're here in your straddle. You can let everything pull in like you're going to go into rolling like a ball. Grab your ankles and come up and hold. That's one version. Or you can let yourself lift and lean back like you're doing flat back as if you're doing your short box series, and let your legs come up, and then you're going to catch them. Either one. Good. Whichever one you want to choose, go ahead and hold. And then I want you to go back down the way you came up. So either your legs are going to float straight back down and arms come up. So you're kind of lifting back and up. And or you have the option of bending in and sliding back out. And go again, whichever one you choose. I love the one that lifts up and back. But that doesn't mean one is better than the other. If you know you have a tendency to maybe arch your back a little bit, the scooping in is actually a really nice one to get the back to open and to find your balance. So one is not necessarily, well, one is a little more challenging, but it's all about your body type too. If you tend to be, go ahead one more time. If you tend to know you have a tighter back and you can't sit up, this one's going to be really hard to do, but also really good for the upper back. Now hold here, take a nice breath, and when you're ready, we roll back. Inhale. Exhale, come up and hold. And we go again. Exhale up and hold. Now, just like when we roll like a ball, can you go back and balance? Inhale. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale up. The trick is not to pull your feet to the floor. The trick is to kind of push your legs up and away from you. Go again. Inhale, kind of push the legs away from you. And come back up. One more time. And then that way you shouldn't have to even touch your head on the ground. You should be able to balance right on the back of your shoulder blades. And come back up. And bend your legs or float your legs down. I'm running out of space. Really quick, if you're not able to find that balance back here without touching the head and the hips in the air, you don't really have the strength to go over the head. It's not that you can't do it, right? Most of us have the flexibility, a lot of, especially ladies, to take the legs over. But if we don't know how to control and keep that lift out of the cervical, you can then end up kind of compressing into that part of your back. Now, that being said, I'm not saying you can't do it. You can't, not that you can't challenge yourself, but you should always come back to this exercise and practice that so that you're always pushing up and away. If any of you have ever done on the tower units with the push through bar where you go up and over and you bend the knees, and it's a yummy stretch. But that teaches us to push out and up and away and not just fold into the neck, right? I want to just throw that out there really quick because, again, I think it's something that gets a little lost. And why are we doing these rhythms? Why are we moving with the flow? To find the control, right? So it's really important in that sense. Let's flip to the stomach and just go right into single leg pull and double leg pull. So we can just talk about rhythms really quick again. So you're lying with your forehead down. I'm sorry, I lied. You're on the stomach with on your elbows. And you're lightly pulling your chest forward. You can also do the version where the knuckles come together, your choice, right? So your hips are planted in the ground. You're lifting that belly button off the ground as much as you can. You're trying to extend the upper thoracic. My upper back's a little tight today. You can just see in the video, so pardon. And now we're going to kick the seat with the right foot. You're going to go kick, kick, and bring it down. Pull, pull, and down. Pull, pull, and down. Pull, pull. So like earlier, keep going. It's not just a bounce, bounce. It's an actual pull, pull. I want my hamstring to pull tight, and not just bounce the leg. Because you see, if you bounce the leg, well, I start to sit into my lower back and everything rocks. So I want to pull, I want to lift, and I'm going to pull, 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 pull. If you want the extra challenge, flex, point. Flex, point. That's more. Flex, point, one more, flex, point. You can also do point, flex, that doesn't matter. Turn your head to one side. I'm going to turn my head to the left so I can put my right ear down. Sometimes my headpiece turns off when I do this, so if that happens, pardon, I will come right back. So you can rest your forehead down and head, and you bring your hands up on the back. You can stack your hands, you can hook your thumbs, you can lace your fingers. There's all the choices. I mentioned earlier, I'm a little tight in my upper back, so I'm going to hook my thumbs to challenge my chest and back. Now, this is what I wanted to get to. The double leg kick. Most of us, again, just kind of flop the kick and the whole body shakes and jiggles. If you're pressing your hips in the ground and if your stomach is in and you really use the hamstrings, you shouldn't bounce. Feet push on the ground, arms stretch back, lengthen to come up. Turn your head to the other side, down, and we go again with control. We pull, pull, pull. Press your feet down, stretch the arms out, and lengthen up. Now, you can make those pulls as big as you want as long as you control. Pull, pull, pull. Press down, I still rocked, right? So I can control that a little bit more. One more time. And we go. I'm not even nice to myself. Pull, pull, pull. Press your feet down. Reach your arms back. Stretch your chest. It's the last one. If you want to reach the legs up a little too, you can. And then sit back. Round out that lumbar. Stretch it out. And also, if you need to, tuck your toes under and stretch your arches as well. Try to get that ball of the foot underneath you. Ooh, tight knee. Good. And come back over. Cool. Now, neck pull. Again, if you need to bend the knees and protect your lower back, great. This one is all about flow, all about the rhythm. If you get stuck, if you go too slow, you're going to get stuck, right? And you're never going to feel the articulation, pardon me, and you're never going to end up getting to that neck pull sensation. Excuse me. So we're going to lie down. Legs are just a little apart. In the neck, in the roll up, our legs are together, and now our legs are apart, so that we're working a little bit more of the hip connection too. And so I'm gonna start with the arms by my side at first. I always like to do the first one with my arms down. Just feels better on my back. So we go with the breath. Breathe in, chin to the chest, head to the knees, and exhale. Inhale as you come up. Hold the breath and begin to roll back. And now exhale. Again, inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale, come up. Your hands can go behind the head if you like. You want the challenge. And exhale, come down. You can keep them there or bring them back down. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale, sit up. And exhale, roll down. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And come down. Whew. Good. So, to be really honest with you, while I'm doing that with you, I can feel where I'm tight in my upper back, right? And I will probably, when I turn the video off, or I know I will, I'm going to do a few diaphragmatic breathing exercises because I'm really tight in my diaphragm and back. So also there's that the other reason of wanting to move, so you can feel those things where something's not happening and then know how you want to address it later with the segment, with the specific exercise, or maybe you want to stop now and do a breathing exercise, but we're going to keep going with the traditional order into our side kick series. So lying on the side, legs out 45-degree angle, and or you line yourself up at the edge of your mat, legs are going across the mat. Going to keep my arm here because we're going to be playing with rhythms, but if you want that challenge of a hand behind the head, you know you can totally go for it. So make sure you're reaching those hips so they're square. We're not dropping down and letting this short, right? We're keeping that out. And I know my feet are a little out of the camera, but I'm trying to keep my feet stacked and as even as possible. So I don't want to shorten, and now I can't get my leg to reach. I want it to reach all the way. You're going to let the leg come up hip height. Smooth to the front, smooth to the back, smooth to the front, smooth to the back to start. Good. One way to do it, right? Then there's those of us that have been trained to do a little rhythm. We go a little lift, lift, and reach it back. A little pull, pull, and reach it back. A little up, up, and reach it back. Right. You can do all kinds of rhythms. Bring it together. Going to the side now. So stack it, a little turn out, and now we're going to come up and hold, and we're going to squeeze down for 3, 2, 1. Up quick and hold, and squeeze. You can flex if you like. 2, 1. Up and hold, and squeeze. 2, 1. Up and hold, squeeze. 2, 1. Lift and squeeze. 2, 1 more. Bring it up and hold for that strength and then that lengthening of the muscle. Quick little circles. 1. Brush, 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 brush. Reverse. Brush, 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 brush. Now, a little slower, but also a little bigger. 1, 2, just 3, 3, reverse, 3, 2, don't forget to come to the front, 1, now 1 big, smooth, big one, 1, be careful with the hip, and 1. Good. Now, just let that go for a second. Bring it across. If this is too much for your hip or knee, you can let the leg drop. Let that stretch. Let this stretch. And everybody inside leg is going to lift and hold. And bring it down. And up and hold. And bring it down. Up and hold. And we have 5 little circles. 5, 4, 3, 2. Reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it back down. Good. Now, hot potato, because we're talking about rhythms and one of my favorite ones. We tap the foot in front of the leg, 5 taps behind, and we count down. So we go tap, 5, 4, 3, 2, let it come up behind. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1, lift. 3, 2, 1, I can't count. 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, up. 2, 2, 4 singles, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and control. Good. Lie on the stomach. Good. Nice, easy transitional beat. Lengthen legs off the ground in easy rhythm. Beat 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're welcome to just roll to the other side and give me your back side, or you can go ahead and flip to the camera. I'm going to do that just because it's me on the camera. Cool. So there's so many variations of the leg series. I could do tons more and continue playing with all the different rhythms. We have like the develop hey, and then you go quick. Like there's so many different ones, but really it's just all about control for the hip, stomach, and the side body, right? So we go nice and smooth to the front and back. And then it just keeps it exciting. To the front and back. Keep going. Sorry, I'm kicking my back. One more and front. Now with that little double to the front, a little lift, lift, stretch it back. Lift, lift. Because I'm just focusing on rhythms, I'm not really talking about too many other things, but I am really picky. I know I say this a lot. One more time about that bottom leg, really trying to stay anchored on the ground, bring the legs together so that it's not out of control. And we bring up and hold and squeeze, 2, 1. And again, up and hold and squeeze, 2, 1. Up and hold and squeeze, 2, 1 more. Up and hold, squeeze, 2. Let it turn in. My counts might be off, pardon. And little circles, 1, 2, 3, 4, and reverse. I saw this funny shirt. It said, 4 out of 5 Pilates teachers have problems with counting. Now we go a little slower, a little bigger for 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 3. Hopefully you're feeling that. 2, 1. 1 smooth big one. 1 smooth reverse. Good. Cross it over. Again, go at your range of motion. Feel free to stop and watch. Lift that bottom leg and hold. And come down. Lift up and hold. And come down. 1 more and hold it. And little pulse up. Little circles. 5, 4, 3, 2. Reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stack it back. And hot potato we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Control the lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 2, 2, 2, 1. 2, 2. Single 4 times. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and come together. Excellent. And go ahead and lay on your back and give your knees a nice hug into the chest. Let your knees separate and take little circles. I'm just checking the time. Oh, good. We're still doing really good at time. So that's the other great thing about rhythm and flow is you get more in that same window, right? So technically doing an intermediate mat, if we keep the rhythm and flow, should be anywhere from like they say it's a window of 16 to 18 minutes, depending on how many, how many reps you're doing and how many sets, all that good stuff. So you can play with that as well. So now we're going to go into the teaser. We'll take it from lying down, obviously. And please, if for any reason your lower backs are not feeling good, let your arms support you, and or you can do it from the sitting up version. All right. So start lying down. I'm going to do it like we're on the reformer. So arms are just by my side, palms are to the ceiling as if I got the handles in my hand. I'm going to start with 90-degree angle with the legs. Show the space. And we go. Chin to the chest, roll up, let those legs extend out. Good. Now, if you can keep your legs there, go ahead and just roll down. And without waiting, chin to the chest, scoop and come up and hold. And scoop and roll down. And one more, chin to the chest and scoop and come up and hold. Excellent. Scoop and roll all the way down. And bend your knees in. Good. Give them a nice quick little massage. And then go the other way. Excellent. Now we're going to go into the seal, just because, again, we're playing with rhythms. We're going to do it like jacks. We're going to kind of like add in the beats, and then we will stand. If you can't stand, don't force it. Just know that that's where we're going to go. I'm going to face a little diagonal just because of the space I'm in. So, seal. I don't teach this one too much in big groups, but ideally you want the elbow to be in the crook of the knee. And then we're cupping the foot. Now, that being said, everyone's a little tight. Some people's backs around, the necks go forward. So you find what's best position for you. And ideally, the feet are low to the ground, but sometimes we have to bring the feet a little up in order to find this position, right? So first, just roll back and come up. Roll back, breathe in. Exhale, come up. Can you find that balance? Can you do it with the feet pressed again? Together. Inhale, exhale. Now we do one beat, roll back, one beat, roll up, one beat, roll back, one beat, roll up, one more, one beat, roll back, one beat, come up. 2 beats. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We got it now. 1, 2, 3. 1, then we usually only do 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. If you can cross your ankles and stand, we're going to cross and stand. Ooh. And hold. Cool. Catch your breath. Good. So my right knee, for those of you who know, is still a little still not 100%. So that's a hard one for me to do right now. It's coming up from the ground, but also a really good one for me to strengthen it. My knee is strong. My knee is healthy. It's just still a little weak in those deep bending. So for those of you that might feel a little nervous about that, it's a good one because there is some rhythm. There is a little momentum to it, and it's training you to get up and get down and really training the tibia tendon here in the front and the dorsiflexion to get a little stronger. So it's a good one to practice and push yourself a little, but also be safe with it, and maybe try changing which ankle is crossing. That's going to also change the hips for you. Cool. Okay. So we're going to finish standing. Just again, one more time. I'll check the time. Sorry, guys. Okay, cool. So we're going to finish standing because we can play with a little bit of rhythm with the arm weights. And what it does is going to challenge our balance, right? So I'm in my Pilates stance because I just realized the camera's a little high, because I am going to take us lifting off the heels and on your toes, challenge your balance. That being said, if you know you need to do this parallel, if you know you need to do it with the legs together, all those positions are fine. This is just the one I prefer when I'm doing it this way. Cool. I'm going to turn sideways. Nice and easy with the tall, flat back as possible. Arms are going to reach out in front. I'm going to pretend I have weights. Simple first, just bicep curl. Nothing crazy. Nice and slow in rhythm. Now I'm going to take that and we're going to releve. You're going to lift your heels and squeeze your heels together. Now I want to challenge my balance and my center. So I'm going to go quick, 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 quick. Now alternate, 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 alternate. Good. And come down. Open the arms a little out. Same thing here. Good. We won't alternate on this one. You're going to lift the heels and we go quick, 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 quick. So you feel it's probably a little simpler, easier to be to the side because I'm more even than when all my weight was to the front and I got nothing to the back, right? So it's going to change. Go ahead and bring it in where you're going to feel that energy. So now to play with that, we have what's called sparkles. You're making tiny little circles in place at first, and we're going to travel up. Keep the rhythm, keep the circles going the same direction, and bring it down because we're going to change that direction in a moment. Go the other way now. What people will start to notice, I just did it for a second, is the head will bob a little. So I don't want that to happen. And we're going to travel up. And we're going to hold that, trying to not bounce or move or wiggle, and then come back down. Same thing, lift your heels. In place first. Ooh. Squeeze those thighs, squeeze that bottom belly button in, travel up. Hold. Travel down. Reverse your circles. Find something to stare at. If you didn't notice, I just was like staring because I'm spotting something to help me actually maintain that balance. And bring it down. Woo! Roll the heels down, take a second. Now, we're going to do 8 circles up, hold it at the top, reverse the circles coming down, reverse it, go up. We're going to do it a few times. One thing I want to comment, if you feel your weight rocking off the big toe when we're up with the heels, just keep in mind that it's a sign that the tendon down the front of the leg that leads to the big toe is a little weak. And it's really common because the bunion area gets tight, it gets a little arthritic, all those things. But when that starts to happen and then we get a little weak here, now we're not using the whole shin to get flexion, and it creates a little bit of weakness. So just want you to keep that in mind because, I've talked about that towel exercise where you grab the towel and you pull in and you pull in and you pull in, and you should be able to do it when you're standing. I should be able to lift all my toes up off the ground. So that's a way to strengthen all of that, FYI. Okay, here we go. So lift the heels, thighs squeeze together. Start with little circles. I think of the water splashing up. Good, staring straight forward. We travel up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay at the top. Reverse the circles at the top. And now travel down for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it at the bottom. Reverse the circles at the bottom. Woo, squeeze and hold. And travel up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold at the top. Reverse the circles. Travel down and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And hold. And coming down. Good. And now let's just stretch out those calves after that. So just find a nice lunge for a moment. Let the body lean a little forward. See if you can spread the back toes off the ground and get that nice deep stretch. Whoa. Unchallenge the balance. Good, change sides. So I'm not going too big because I want to be able to get my heel down. I want to be able to feel the lunge, and I want to try to get those toes off the ground more than about how big it is. Now, the bigger it is, the bigger stretch I'm going to get, but also it's not more efficient to go back and not get my toes up, if that makes sense. It's better for me to stay in and be able to get the toes up and then move back and challenge that, right? esoteric way of getting to that maximum place we want to be. And let it go. Cool, awesome. So hopefully you guys feel like you get a little understanding, sorry, my timer, of why we have rhythm and flow in Pilates, right? We have those 6 elements. I didn't say that at the beginning. We have your center, concentration, and control, which to me are like the 3 most important. You learn it right away when you lay down and da. But then you have the breathing, the precision, and the flow. And to me, you really can't have any of those without them all. Like, if, as you've probably felt, the more rhythm you got, the more your breath's turned on, and hopefully you felt like you breathed a little more, got a little more cardio out of it, right? I'm sure you've heard Pilates teachers say they don't do cardio, they just do Pilates faster. At least that's what my teacher used to always say, and I don't love cardio. So yeah, so it's a nice way you can play with the rhythms, challenge yourself, challenge your lungs, challenge the heart chamber, but still safe without like technically running, pounding on the sidewalk, pounding on your knees, lower back, and jostling the heart, right? So, yay. I hope you enjoyed the class. I hope your bodies feel good, especially because also the more we flow, the more the body can recalibrate. So have a lovely rest of your day whenever you chose to take this class or watch this video. And yeah, I hope you have a good one.